Here are 10 underrated cars that you can get your hands on for under 10 grand.
First up, we have the 8th generation Mitsubishi Lancer, specifically the Rally Art with the 2.4 liter engine, the Evo's little brother. These cars are super stylish, there's tons of aftermarket support, cheap and expensive. The one problem is they're pretty tricky to work on.
The Mazda Miata NC, aka the tall man's Miata. This car is typically thought of as being heavy and clunky and not that great to drive, but in reality it actually has a better power to weight ratio than any of the other Miatas up until the ND2. It's also got a power retractable hardtop as well as many other luxuries that you won't find in the older, more popular Miatas. Personally, I'd recommend the facelifted generations, either the NC2 or NC3, but if you end up with an NC1, you won't be doing too bad either. These cars have great aftermarket support and they're the only Miatas that'll take a 5-lug wheel.
Next up, Mark IV Jettas and Golfs, literally any one of them. They're all good. They're so easy to work on, especially being German, that's pretty rare. There's an abundance of these cars. There's tons of good colors. You can get them in manual, auto, diesel, gas, turbo, non-turbo. There's so many options. I had one. The first car I ever did a really big job on was my Mark IV Golf. I completely redid the head gasket, resurfaced it in my garage. The car still runs, has no problems to this day.
Next up, we've got the Acura RSX Type S. While the base model is cool, this one only comes in a manual, which is a guaranteed cool factor, and on top of that, it gets 40 more horsepower while still being reliable. The only downside is you're gonna have a hard time finding one in good condition because the owners of these typically like to beat on them.
What if I told you that there was a 6-speed manual, 300 horsepower V6 that you could get for under 10 grand? You would say 350Z? And I would say, nah, G35. What? In particular, the Sports Pack comes with bronze Brembos, 6-speed CD009 manual transmission, bulletproof. Everyone wants it. VQ35DE, not the HR. Kind of sucks, but what more can you ask for?
This is the Ford Focus SVT. SVT stands for Special Vehicle Team, which is pretty much the coolest thing ever. This is the grandfather to the Ford Focus ST, and nobody really thinks about them, but they're pretty sweet. This car also only comes in a manual, again, guaranteed cool factor. It has 40 more horsepower than the base Focus. In my opinion, the front of it is extremely ugly. The headlight setup just looks off. If you look at it from the side, it kind of looks like a doorstop. It's not the best looking vehicle of all time, but in my opinion, incredibly underrated. They're pretty fast, they have great suspension. The only downside is that it might be a little difficult to find parts, but other than that, you're pretty much set. And to top it all off, it comes with Recaro front bucket seats, so how could you pass up on that?
We've got the 3rd generation Jeep Grand Cherokee, specifically the 3-liter CRD V6. It's a super reliable, torquey diesel. It's great on gas, good off-road. Is it the most stylish car? No, but you put a big bull bar on the front, it's hard to beat.
This is a Scion TC, specifically the model years 2011 to 2016. You can get them in a manual. It's a great car to learn stick on, and it's pretty much a Toyota Camry. These cars are definitely not fast, but in my opinion, it's more fun to drive a slow car fast than a fast car slow anyway, and if you're driving on streets, you're really not gonna be driving that fast.
This is the 1st generation Volvo V70. You can get them with an inline 4 gas or a diesel or an inline 5. They're super common to find in a manual. There's great colors. The green specifically is the best. Super reliable, big wagon. You can put tons of stuff in the trunk. It's just a great car.
And finally, the Honda Fit, specifically the model years from 2009 to 2013. Stay away from the CVTs because they're pretty junk, but if you can find a manual, you'll be in business. These cars are super reliable, incredibly practical. They have tons of cargo space. You could fit like 9 hockey bags in the back of this thing. On top of that, people love to autocross them. The engine is basically bulletproof. These cars have a cult-like following. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think and leave some of your own picks down below in the comments.